You know that old saying or cliche, a woman's work is never done? I'm going to flip it up a bit. It's true. For some, our work is never truly done. And I say this of the Black community in which I belong to. You done know. The Black community's work is never done. So often we get angry and upset when we face barriers and discrimination, but the work and that journey to reverse the role in which we play in North American society, we can never say that journey is completely done. No, so many initiatives have been started to combat various areas where we go through so much like unbelievable treatment and unfair treatment from a society that prides itself on equality and equality and equity. But it's clearly evident as you look back into history that for Black people, that what Canada prides itself on, it doesn't mean a thing. Do you ever wonder whatever became of the African asylum seekers who were sleeping on the streets at 129 Peter Street? There's so many things that need to be addressed that the government has never given the Black community an answer as to why there are no anti hate hate sorry, I'm allergic to hatred. Why there are no laws to protect Black people in this country from hate crime, bashing, and all kinds of things. There's so many questions that need answers. But I'm hoping that you can answer this. What became of the African asylum seekers that were sleeping literally on the streets of Toronto, Canada, down at 129 Peter Street? You don't know. On February the 3rd, Beautiful Bold Women's Outreach Performance Inc., in partnership with other entities in the quest to achieve social justice, not only just for one issue, but permanent social justice for our community. It's going to be held at the on the grounds of the Legislative Assembly downtown in Toronto on Wellesley Street. That's February the 3rd between 1 to 3 p.m. You don't know. It's only just begun. This demonstration is only just the tip of the iceberg, and it's just a start. Our work is definitely never done. You don't know. I was just looking at some footage that the African diaspora did regarding the African asylum seekers, and our first Black member of parliament, MP. She held office between 1990 and 1994. Her name was Zanana Akande, and her parents migrated from Barbados and St. Lucia. Did you know that there was a time that Black people were not allowed to be teaching in Toronto? Yeah, they couldn't continue their career as teachers because they weren't allowed to because of the color of their skin. Yeah, what happened to those African asylum seekers?
A massive good morning. It's Bubbles here. I came to bring some good cheer to my African people behind me. I'm so sorry for what you're going through, but you guys know, if every one of us came down here and showed love, we'll clear these people off the street. You don't know. I'm begging you, massive, please come down here and help the people. Help the people, man. There's too many of us living here in Canada, you know. The church could open their doors, schools. Last week was Afrofest, and I don't see the same crowd that was at Afrofest down here. Could you tell them where you're from?
I'm in Nigeria.
When did you get here?
It's not 2 weeks I have been living outside here.
2 weeks and no help.
Other people have spent more than 1 month here.
Yes.
Under this harsh weather.
Right.
When
Turn left onto Richmond Street West.
If there is sun, it fall on top of us.
I know nobody else has come down to try and help.
Only good Samaritan like you used to come and bring something for us here, like food, blankets.
So you see, massive.
That's what they're doing for us.
Please, you don't know I'm not rich,
We
but
want shelter.
to shelter,
We want
a
shelter.
home, for
We want to
real.
work for our money. We don't
Amen.
need free gift.
No,
We need to work.
and get a roof over your head.
Okay.
How about you? Where are you from?
From Nigeria.
Nigeria.
We have a lot of Kenyans, we have a lot of Ugandans,
Yes.
Ghanaians, Gambians. A lot of us are black.
Many of them are
There's
here.
no whites here. That's what is the most painful part of it.
Of
When
course.
the Greens come here, they
Oh.
find shelter for them.
Exactly.
No, I don't know why. I believe, I don't know that Canada is like this. But
They
I believe
are.
maybe it's because of one thing or the other. So let them give us the same privilege they give to the Queen so that we can have shelter.
And
go
Head
work.
east toward John Street.
Exactly.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Emma. Thanks so much for tuning into the African Diaspora News Channel. Today we're going to talk about asylum seekers. We have over 220 asylum seekers that came into Toronto from various parts of Africa, including Ghana, Uganda, Kenya, Ethiopia, Somalia, and the like. They came to Toronto looking for a better life, obviously seeking asylum based on whatever their conditions were in their country, and felt that they needed to flee for safety. Once they arrived here, they were told that there were no more rooms in any of the shelters, so they were left to sleep on the streets. I'm going to roll the clip and then we'll talk about it.
Advocacy groups helping refugees are still pushing for all levels of government to find a solution to a crisis playing out on the streets of Toronto.
Me sleeping on the streets of Canada, it means I'm not welcome.
I am disgusted and ashamed as a Canadian to be witnessing this.
Asylum seekers have been regularly sleeping on the sidewalks outside an intake centre in the downtown of Toronto as they seek a space in the shelter system. The city started referring refugees to federal programs in June instead of admitting them to the municipal shelter system. It wants more funding from Ottawa to cover the increased demand for refugee spaces.
The fight for social justice can never be ignored. You don't know. So many companies in Canada, their favorite word is we take accountability. But truly in Canada, it's just a word that's lightly used. It's never put into action, you know? It's not looked at as a verb. Taking accountability should be seen as a verb. A verb is an action word. You don't know. There's no way that we as a community, if we cry out equality and what have you, then since we didn't get it by birth as human beings, then it's something we have to continue to fight for. There is much that needs to be addressed. You don't know. February the 3rd, on the grounds of the Legislative Assembly on Wellesley, you don't know. 1 to 3. United we stand, divided we fall. You don't know. You know what they say? The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. See?